Hi, this is Addie Langhennig, your Coldwell Banker Dan Harper Professional Development Instructor, and I'm going to show you today how to extract a form letter from courthouse retrieval. First, of course, you have to be logged into the multiple listing service, and you have to go into the tax area. I have two ways of doing that. I can come to the search menu and go to the tax link at the bottom of the menu, or I can use the icon in the top right of the screen, the little percent sign, and when I click on that, it opens up the page with all the links to the different tax areas. I'm going to select the link for Courthouse Retrieval System as it gives us the most comprehensive information we want for prospecting. It does take a few seconds for it to open the page, but when it does, it lands on the property search page. We want to move over to the Prospecting tab at the top, and that will give us the choices for form letters, which is right underneath the sabor.com logo. When I select form letters, a list of the different types of form letters will show on this pop-up window. I want to select one for absentee owners. I'm going to select Listing Solicitation Absentee Owner, and it's going to give me the choice to download or open the file. In this case, I'm going to save that file. When I get my dialog box to save it, I always want to use the desktop. It makes it easy for me to find the file when I'm going to use it. And you'll notice that the file name field shows this document as Realty 17. If you want to change that to Absentee Owner Letter, as long as you leave the .doc behind it, you'll be okay, and we're going to save that to the desktop. You'll notice in this list of letters that we have a variety to select from. Reasons why people should use a realtor, thank yous for buyers, farming letters, and a lot more to select from. So now that I've downloaded my letter, I'm going to close this window, and I'm going to get out of the multiple listing service windows. I don't need those programs anymore. And once I've done that, I am going to go into the letter that I downloaded. And again, I named that Absentee Owner. And it's a Word document. So once I click Word, it opens up. And it'll show us what the letter had inside. Now I can begin customizing this letter to use for a mail merge. First, I'm going to remove this title about the letter from the top of the page. Then I'm going to go over here to the XYZ Realtors, and I'm going to change that to Coldwell Banker Dan Harper Realtors. And I'm going to add our trademark symbol by holding the Alt key down and typing 0174. That'll put the registration symbol behind our name. Then I'm going to proceed putting my office address, but this you will want to put your own office address for your mail to be received at. Next, our city, state, and zip code. And in your contact information over here where your phone numbers are, and fax and email, you can decide which of these you want to keep, if any or all. I'm going to go ahead and fill in all of the fields that they're giving us to work with, just so that when our letters do go out, we're able to utilize all ways of people getting back in touch with us. Oops, too many characters. I'm going to take my area code out and just leave the number. My email address, you'll want to use your company address. And where the date field is, you'll be able to take this information and put today's date in place. Today is September 21st, and you'll see that it's pretty smart, and it's showing me what the date is, so all I have to do is hit enter and take that. Now, here where the name, address, city, state, zip is, you'll notice that they're inside the little lesser than and greater than symbols. Leave those alone. These are going to work together with your Excel spreadsheet that you have extracted from Courthouse Retrieval System in an earlier video. and then it's going to fill that information in for you through the Mail Merge Wizard. You do want to read the paragraphs that are in this letter and decide whether they fit what you want to share with your customers that you're sending this to. So I'm reading the first one. The first name placeholder would have Dear Addie, and maybe my last name, or Dear Mr. Langhennig, and it would say, as you undoubtedly know, owning property that is located far away from you can be a real hassle. I can now choose in the second paragraph from the default items that are there, or I can create my own intro sentence. But the information that we see there is really kind of nice. It says, right now we are experiencing an exceptional market. Despite current market conditions, we are selling property. I believe we can sell your, and you want to put their 3-bedroom home or just leave your home in here, you can take this information out. And I'm going to remove that, and we're going to say sell your home in, this can be the subdivision, and in an earlier video that I was working on, I was doing a spreadsheet for the Deerfield area. So let's just keep this Deerfield at an attractive price. I'm also going to remove the brackets around this information if I'm going to go ahead and use it, so that it just doesn't have that around it and they don't know that your letter was actually just a farm letter. I'm also going to take it out of italics by highlighting those areas, and when we see the little box that pops up, this formatting has italics right there. I can use that to remove it, and it matches it to the font that we're using, a Times New Roman. So I like that. I'm going to leave the information as is, but I want to do some further customizing. Here at the top of the screen, I'm going to put my cursor in front of Coldwell Banker Deanne Harper Realtors and move this letter down a little bit. And I want to bring my cursor up, and I want to center it, and I'm going to add our company logo. You would have had to downloaded your logo prior to doing the customizing and saved it in your picture file. Mine is there, so I'm going to go ahead and hit Insert on my ribbon. I'm going to select Picture, and in my pictures, I have the CBDBA #2 logo. I'm going to go ahead and insert that logo at the top of my screen. And a little tip for you, when you're working with images, never grab from the middle of the picture or the side and in the middle of a picture. Always use your diagonal. That way it keeps the image sharp in terms of what the information is. And you know how sometimes when it's a person's picture, it can make you look either really kind of squatty or too thin or too chubby. So if you use the diagonal approach, that'll keep it from happening. So I'm going to leave that right there in the middle of my page at the top. I may want to take this font down just a tad because it's also very big across the top of my screen. Again, I get that little pop-up window, and notice the A's that are here. There's a big one and a little one. That allows me to decrease my font size a tad or increase it if I want to. And a 12-point font is usually pretty good for letters. So now that I have that in place, and I know that all of my details have been customized, and I've left all of my little delimiters, those are the items inside the little greater than and lesser than symbols, I'm ready to work with my Mail Merge Wizard. That will be in another video. Look for it in our professional development docs. Thank you.